Hello, my name is Unhallowed, and I'm doing a video on the most racist things I've ever heard said to me or mentioned about me. So, I get a lot of shit for being Asian in this county. In Mercer County, a lot of people here are rednecks or racist. There's not a lot about Asians around. So I get a lot of shit, you know? So I'm gonna have to say the most common thing I hear, and I'm just gonna generalize all these insults to one, is assuming that because I'm Asian and there's a lot of Chinese people that I'm Chinese. And, you know what, that's just, we don't even look the same, eye shape and stuff are different, but that's one. But it goes from this to, like, the most extreme case of racism ever. I worked at Quaker Steak and Lube for a little bit. I was a waiter, I was a busboy, I was a cook there. I was a jack of all trades, and I was working as a busboy one time, and, there was this older gentleman who had a Korean War veteran home, and I was like, oh shit, here we go. You know, I'm expecting the worst. And he walked up to me, and he's like, hello there, young man. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, are you Korean? And I was like, yeah, I was Korean. And he's like, my grandfather was in the Korean War, so he adopted a Korean child. He's like, I was in the war, and I feel really awful about what happened, and I just want to help any way I can. And then he gave me $5 out of his pocket, and I didn't know what to do. You know, I feel like I was working, I shouldn't accept the tip. So I was like, you know what, sir, that's okay. I really don't need it, you know, I'm making good enough money. He's like, it's okay, I've seen the impression of the people over there, and I just want to help in any way I can. Well, I was like, actually, you know, I'm adopted in a German-Irish-Italian family, so I don't really have anything to worry about financially, understand. And, he just gave the money, and I didn't think about it at that point. I was like, you know what, maybe this isn't too racist, but then the more I thought about it, just because I'm Korean, he gave me money because he went to the Korean War. That's kind of racist, but I honor him for what he did. The most racist thing I've ever heard about myself, or one thing, is, not the widescreen vision thing, I get that a lot, actually, is that all Asians are smart. And then the number one thing beyond that, and I'm kind of smart, is that all Asians are good at math. Listen, not all Asians are good at math. Asians are good at math when they're raised by a purebred Asian family, and, you know, their dad beats them or something until they get an A in something. I was never raised that way. My family's German-Irish-Italian, you know. They sit back, let me do my work, whatever. Asians that are good at math, Asians that are really good at doing specific things like instruments and math and reading, those children are pushed by, like, 5 to, like, they're adults to be either doctors or freaking, like, God at something. Asian families have a lot of pride, they have a lot of honor, and everything's off honor, and, you know, bringing a good name to the family, and doing a decent thing in society, and succeeding, and all this stuff. It's not lazy, you know, like a lot of people in school are. It's not a lot of that. It's like, you bring honor to the family, or you're not in the family. And a lot of Asian families, it's like that. It's just, you're accepted or you're not accepted. And I was never one of those kids that was like, my mom was like, listen, you gotta be good at math. You know? Though my mom is German, I can understand, you know, it's not the same. American teenagers don't get pushed as hard as Asian children. Asians are not bred to be super, super smart. Asians have been pushed into manual labor and education for as long as time has existed in Asian culture. And that's the truth. The most racist thing I heard is all Asians are good at everything, and kind of in Facebook messages, and everything involves schoolwork, and it's just not true. It's their family hierarchy. It's their sense of honor, it's their sense of family, and that's it. So, be grateful that you don't have to do shitloads of work, and be grateful that you're not pushed to get an A everything, or banished from a family, because that's what Asian families are really about. That's what they actually happens to them. What doesn't happen to American families happens to them, over there and over here, and when they come over here, they expect their children to do just as good as they would over there, so they push their children harder. And that is the most racist thing I ever heard. So, I'm Unhallowed. Subscribe to the videos if you want, and comments would be great.